this morning. And let me see, product knowledge, okay, great. Product knowledge, right? So, first of all, why do we have to know our products and we have to know our competitors' products? Well, because number one, it does help our client understand our products and what they're going up against if it sucks, right? It can also build your confidence and it can also build your credibility, right? Isn't it great when you feel like you know more than the person in front of you? Mm-hmm. Not in a bad way, right? Because we're in financial services, we want to look like we know more than they do because we're trying to help them, right? It also will allow you to overcome objections because when you know products, you know how to break it down and everything. It doesn't matter, right? They're gonna come at you, and you're gonna swing right back, and you're gonna knock them out, okay? And of course, it enhances customer retention because when people have confidence in you, they're gonna keep referring, their family and friends. I mean, like Samir said, we're in a family and friends business. It is true because if somebody's getting screwed over, wouldn't you want your family and friends to be safe from that? Right. Okay. So, our main product is insurance, right? We have a lot of products, but one of our main products is insurance, right? So we only do term insurance. Then we have permanent insurance out there, which is those cash value, which I like to allude to as trash value. And then we have group insurance, which is the one that you have for your job, okay? So we only believe in term insurance. Buy term and invest the difference is our mantra, right? And why is term? Because it's more affordable. I mean, I myself pay $113.96, 25-year term. My husband and I are insured for a total of $1.12 million. Okay? Now, our term has 7 years. My kids are done with college, right? Our house is gonna be paid off in less than 6 years. It's perfect. I won't need that insurance anymore. And I know that our investments are worth more than what we're insured for already. I could cancel it, but it's only $113, okay? If you have a product that is very affordable, in turn, you can basically protect your family for a lot more coverage. So you can afford the right amount of coverage, and at the same time, the money that you could save instead of putting it into these life insurance policies, these permanent insurance policies, what we say is, look, let's put this money and put it in real investment products, right? And I know that these cash value policies are being marketed to people as an investment, a college plan, a tax-free retirement, right? So it sounds like it's the best product out there, but the reality is it is not a good product at all, okay? All right, so let's talk about permanent insurance. So permanent insurance, right? It's funny because permanent insurance, when you say permanent, you feel like you're covered forever, right? It's a lifetime benefit. Now, out of the permanent insurance, it's categorized under two. Number one is whole life, okay? Whole life is the most expensive out of all of the, permanent policies, or their cash value, okay? And number two is universal life. Oh shoot, you know what? I didn't know that I wasn't clicking. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Right? So, I'm so sorry. Okay, whole life, it's the most expensive policy out of all. And then number two is the universal life, okay? Universal life, there's 3 different types: fixed, variable, and indexed, okay? Now, the common denominator of these permanent policies, they're gonna cost a lot more than term insurance. You're talking about 3 up to 15 times more, depending on the age, depending on the risk factors, and depending on the coverage that they get, okay? Unfortunately, with universal life, I think this is our biggest competitor, because I don't know who's on social media, they talk about infinite banking. Be your own bank, right? You can use it to borrow money, pay your bills, okay? And I know that this is not true, right? And I'm here to prove it. So with universal life insurance policies, there are a lot of fees, okay? And these fees are never really explained to the clients up front when they do the initial presentation. What they usually show the clients is like a non-guaranteed illustration of how much money they're supposed to have. Why do I say supposed? Because that's made up stuff, right? Because we know that it's not gonna happen, okay? So it's like best case scenario, but it's very, very, like 100% chance it's never gonna happen, okay? And then the cost of the insurance with universal life policies, they actually do go up as they age, okay? And then, the interest that they like to brag about, because, you know, they always talk about, oh, when the market is down, you know, you're never gonna lose money, right? And, you know, like this year, we were doing well until the last couple of days, right? The market was down, but we're back up again, like the past 2 days, right? So anyways, they like to, what, scare people from investing in the market, right? Why? Because it pays them if you keep the money in the insurance policy, because as we all know, term insurance is very inexpensive, and because it's inexpensive, the commission for us is lower than the permanent policies. But at least we can sleep at night knowing that we're not screwing anybody over, right? These people don't care. Now, I must say that a lot of the people that do sell it, they are misled also to believe about the product, right? Because they buy it, then the whole family buys it, and then later on they find out that it's not the product that they thought it was, okay? So, if they ever have a cash value, right, when you sit down at the kitchen table or a Zoom meeting, I want you to encourage for them to pull their statements, right? And I also want you guys to, and if they can't, they can at least log in. Because with these cash value policies, right, they will at least send them an annual statement. But when they log into their account, they will see the numbers in real time, okay? All right, so I guess, can you pull up some examples for me? I will show you 3 different examples, and they're all, I think, different companies, right? So, Thomas is gonna pull it up. I've been in meetings, I go to appointments every day, I think. The more I see, the more it pisses me off, okay? So, this is a client, okay, that was 24 years old when he got the insurance policy. Oh, actually, can you scroll to the New York Life one? I think I emailed it to you. Oops, the other one. Because I went through this the last time, but I missed one. I sent you 2 more emails, but the other one that I wanted to show was the New York Life one. That was very sad. By the way, when you say universal life insurance, whether it's variable, index, or fixed, there's the difference between an option A or an option 1 and an option B, okay? Option A means that when the client, right, the insured passes away, if there's any cash value, that cash value stays with the insurance company. It does not go, it's not added to the death benefit, okay? But with option B, if there is a cash value, they do add the cash value to the death benefit, but the option B is always more expensive. Okay, so this is an example of a whole life policy, okay? I want you to, how do I do that? Scroll down, oops. Now, this client has been paying from 2001 to 2020, 19 years. Okay, now granting, she only pays $24.75 a month. Okay, cheap, right? The coverage is only $25,000. Can we even cover anybody below 150? I mean, right now that can't even pay for a burial. I mean, granting that was 2001, okay? So if you calculate $25 for 19 years, look at our cash value, $3,000. Now, if we put $25 under our pillow for 19 years, we'd have more than that, with no interest, okay? So a lot of the times, these people that are buying these cash value policies, they don't look at their numbers. They just assume they're covered, they're good, right? But we know that they are underinsured, okay? So you're buying permanent policies, you're gonna be either underinsured or you're overpaying for the life insurance, okay? Imagine 19 years and you only have $3,001 to show for it. Would you be happy? Did you make money? No. So how's that gonna be then they say, oh, it's tax-free. You dumbass, you know you're not getting taxed on making right? I'm talking about the people that are selling it, right? I mean, I feel bad for the people that are buying this garbage, but it's out there, right? Next example. This is a whole life, so they are the most expensive out of all. Okay. This is a client, 10 years older than that other one, 34-year-old, okay? This is a statement. It's an annual statement. You see how it says 2018 to 2019, okay? 34-year-old, look at how much they pay every year, $6,500. What's the death benefit? $500,000. $540 a month for a 34-year-old. I mean, I paid $113.96 for $1.120 million for my husband and I. Okay, now, what do I say about the fees? Okay, they're expensive, right? So look at where it says premium expense charges. That's one fee. Somebody get out a calculator, please. Then there's a total monthly deduction, another $17.52. Okay? And then another charge down here is $19.63. Can somebody add those three, please?
2031.
How much?
2031.
Now divide the 2031 by 6,500.
31%.
Divide this by this. Is it 39%?
31.
31% of the premiums is just feeding into the fees. Do you know an investment that grows 31% every year? Guaranteed? Okay, now why do you think the fees are so high? Because the insurance company has to compensate the agents. They compensate them handsomely, okay? Now, they say you're always gonna make money. It's true because look, they made $18 in a year. That's like $1.50 a month. Is it worth it to get charged 20,000 in 2031? If you divide that by 12, right? It's like 180 something, I think, a month to get paid $1.50 of interest. How are you gonna make money? Are you gonna make money? And mind you, the cost of the insurance on these policies, they go up. So if the fees don't go down, the cost of insurance goes up. It just means to say that more of the premiums that he is paying is gonna fund those cost of insurance increases. And they get very, very expensive as they get older. Okay? So policy value, there's 4,485. Remember, he put in 6,500. So they gotta take away the fees, put a little bit of interest, and now they have 4,485. Now, they might think, oh, I made money. No, you didn't. You put 6,500. How did you make money? Right? So here's the kicker. Client finds out they're getting screwed over, right? Now the company says, okay, you're getting screwed over. You want to stop the policy? Now we're going to punish you even more. They call that a surrender charge, $11,180. Because she had less money in the policy value compared to the surrender charge, the surrender value in turn is 0. So now the client's gonna be like, oh shoot, I just might as well keep it. Because what do they say? Oh, you just gotta pay for 10 years. You'll make money. You think? No, you won't make money, you just lose more money. Right? So they like to rave about, oh, you'll have money to borrow, pay your bills. What does it say with a loan? Is there money to loan? There's no money to loan. Okay, so let's go for the kill. By term, that's the difference. How much would a 34-year-old healthy male pay for $500,000 of insurance?
Maybe $70.
How much?
70.
$70, all right? A savings of $470, yes? Now, somebody put up on a compound interest calculator, if this guy put $470 a month for 35 years in a mutual fund averaging only 9%, what would that be? Now, who here has actually a term policy with a company? Raise your hand. Who has investments with a company? Raise your hand. Or some type of investment. I have both. Okay? You gotta be an example for your clients, right? You can't sell a product that you don't own. You can't be telling people to invest money if you don't invest. All right, somebody pull it up yet? 470, 35 years, how much?
2.4 million.
2.4 freaking million dollars. Are you gonna give a shit that you're not insured for 500,000 after 35 years?
Yeah, sorry.
1.2.
I did 2%.
Okay, 1.2. Still, now you got to the client to the point where they are self-insured, because now they have more money in their investments than what they're insured for. Here we are, a company that's trying to make you cancel your insurance policy because we made you, right? We made you to a point where you don't need it anymore.
Right.
Other companies are brainwashing them to think that they need it forever. A company that is telling you to pay more to get less coverage. Here we are telling you you need to pay less to get more coverage so that we can help you with your investments. I always go for the kill, right? And I have investments so I can prove it, that it works, even with market downturns. Thomas, I want you to, and I'm gonna pull one last one, okay? Because this is really bad. They're all bad, but this one here, it was on that email. I'm gonna end my, okay? How did I do this? We get in front of people. Alright. Alright, this one here pays $250 a month, okay? And the death benefit is only $250, okay? They've been paying for, I think, 10 or 15 years. Scroll down. Where is it? Okay, 10 years. 2014, okay? 250 times 12 times 10, okay? Look at that. After paying all that money, they have a loan to $465. I can't hold my buttocks at home. But. All right. So scroll up for me, please, Thomas. Look at the loan interest. Oh, by the way, when they borrow money from their insurance policy, they are being charged interest on their own money. Doesn't go back to your account, it goes back to the insurance company. I don't encourage going into 401k loans, but at least you borrow money from your 401, you pay yourself interest because it's your money. Okay? So, $250,000, right? There's still a surrender charge after 10 years, okay? And look at the cash value. I know it's up at the top somewhere. Cash surrender value is $594. How much did he pay in? $30,000. To have $594 of freaking cash value. Make it make sense, guys. So, let's put a 250, right? 250,000 for a 35-year for a healthy male. 35 years. How much would it be? Instead of 250, like maybe 40 bucks? 40. Okay, let's say $40. Let's call it 40. So I could save this guy $210. Now, I want somebody to calculate 210 times 12 times 35. No interest whatsoever. 210 times 12 times 35. How much?
88,000.
88K with no interest. Just putting it under your pillow. 10 years, right? That 240, right? If he had saved 210 for 10 years, he would still have 20 grand, not 594, and still be insured for 250. Numbers don't lie, right? Now, 210 times, put it in a investment account for 9%, 35 years would be what? At least $500,000, I'm guessing? 547,000. Now he's insured for 250. He can cancel that because he has twice as much money. You always go for the kill, guys. Know your products. Because numbers don't lie. People will to make more money off of you. Any questions?